I get numerous questions about betrayal from people who have been through it, or sometimes from the person who betrayed, wondering if this other person will live forever in their heart and wondering if they can ever move past it. I think there's some important things to discuss with post affairs, like how you let go, how you move forward. And I wanted to talk about a few of those today that I get the most questions about. The first one is they ask, does a person who has had an affair ever move on? When affair ends, a couple chooses reconciliation. One question often lingers in the betrayed person's mind. Will they ever forget the affair? Or will that person always live in their heart? After years of working with those couples recovering from infidelity, I've learned the answer isn't simple. The affair itself is rarely forgotten, but forgetting isn't the same thing as moving on. And not being able to forget it or remembering it does not mean that you want it again. And I think that's where a lot of people get confused. They think if their partner remembers it, that it's a bad sign, that they still want it. This isn't so true. I do want to explain why some affairs are so unforgettable. And it goes back to this idea of intermittent reinforcement. The highs and lows mimic any kind of an addiction, an alcoholic, any kind of drug use, or anything like that. Sometimes you're so crazy anxious, and then when you get with the other person, the anxiety goes down. But then the longer you're with that person, the anxiety goes up because then you have a great need to push them away. So it's not that the person still remembers the affair fondly, it's that they can't forget it. Because of the highs and lows, it changes their brain chemistry. Eventually, that will fade or go away, but it isn't right away. And another question I get, do they miss the affair? Sometimes, especially during the first several months after ending it. They miss how they felt about themselves. They miss the excitement, as I talked about, the validation or the escape from stress. But missing a feeling is not the same as wanting it back. Many people also experience incredible grief after ending an affair. Even when they're deeply committed to their marriage, that grief doesn't necessarily mean that they're choosing the affair partner over their spouse. It means they're grieving a chapter in their life for a time. Met emotional needs in an unhealthy way are still met. And it's important that you understand that. So rather than the person being betrayed takes that as some sort of a symbol or a sign, they realize this is part of the rehab post affair. What determines whether they truly move on is their ability to be accountable. People who genuinely move on don't spend years romanticizing the affair. Instead, they begin asking themselves these questions. Why was I so vulnerable? Why was I so weak? What was I avoiding? Why did deception become easier than honesty? And what wounds in me made me this person who would do this? Without this self-examination, some people continue replaying the affair as the one that got away. With honest therapy and a deep personal work, admitting that there was something missing in you, not the marriage so much, but within you that made you the type of person who could lower your character and actually cheat on someone else. The memory remains and the longing fades with time if you're able to answer these questions honestly and expose your answers with your spouse. The difference between remembering and romanticizing after an affair is, and I think this is critical, is healthy healing look like remembering the affair while also remembering the pain it caused. And those two have to go together. Unhealthy healing looks like editing the story. I've never felt that alive. We were meant to be. If circumstances had been different, that's not healing. That's nostalgia protecting your fantasy. The fantasy means you doctored it, you edited it to make it something other than it was. Can someone leave their partner again more than they love the affair? Absolutely. I've seen couples rebuild marriages that became stronger, more emotionally honest, and more intimate than they had in the years before the affair. But this doesn't happen because the affair simply fades with time. This happens because both partners, and I mean the person who was betrayed and the person who was the betrayer, do the difficult work of rebuilding trust, developing emotional maturity again, and creating relationship honesty, where both people are safe when they tell the truth. Neither person feels they'll be rejected, thrown under the bus, or cause a huge dramatic scene. The affair becomes part of their back history, not the center of the future. If you're a betrayed partner, don't ask whether your spouse has forgotten the affair. Ask something far more important. Have they changed enough that they no longer need what the affair gave them? That's a question that produces the future. That's a question that will give you the strength to begin trusting them again. Without that question answered, you are throwing darts in the dark. You need to be able to see that your partner is making consistent new patterns because of what the affair did to you and to them as far as their standing with integrity and character and being someone who is trustworthy again. If this video is helpful for you, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.